Hi, you're watching Toysbackzen. Today I'm going to take this original Snarl from 1985 and I'm going to repair it. I got this in a toy lot a couple years ago and I've been waiting to repair this, and finally today is the day. So stick around, I'm going to try to recreate this hinge. There should be two of these. It's what holds the back plates in. I need to recreate this hinge, and this is the one that's okay, and it fits into the body, and when the head is down you can swivel it. This very delicate gold plastic, and it goes down into Dinobot mode. When it's in robot mode it goes back. You can see that the pin from the hinge is not only broken inside the gold plastic, which I don't understand how that happened, but it's also inside the body. So the fact that the gold plastic didn't break, this probably happened early in the Dinobot's life, because that gold plastic definitely would break right now. This hinge, it's made out of metal. I'm going to make it out of metal, so I'm going to use this screwdriver as one of the pins. And the other pin, the top one, is a little bit bigger. So I'm going to have to find just a larger screwdriver to make the other pin, because I'm going to try to recreate it exact. And it's got to be pretty exact, because there's two hinges and they got to work together exactly the same. For the frame of the hinge, I'm going to use this tool that I got probably from an IKEA build that I bought. It seems to be the right thickness, so I think it'll do just fine. The gold on this is very delicate, so we want to be careful. I just took this nozzle for blowing up balls, and I'm going to tap it very gently on the back plate. The hole goes all the way through, so I just tapped it through it, and there it is. That's what we need to recreate on the hinge too. The gold on this is just wonderful. I don't have to worry about restoring the gold for sure. It's like mint condition. So I need to get this apart, and first thing we need to do is unscrew it. Here you can see that there's a screw holding the body in. I'm sure there's more than one screw, so we may have to look around for the other one. I haven't found it yet. This screw is in there very tight. So next I'm going to take the robot arm off, or the dinosaur leg off, depending on what you want to call it. There's all the insides. And I'll keep those together. I don't want to mix up the parts. So just going to pull this off. There we go. And there's no screw, but there is a ratchet plate in there. So I'm going to take the other arm off too, and I'll check behind both ratchet plates just to see if there's other screws before I try to pry this apart. I try to keep the parts separated. All right. So I pulled this plate out, nothing behind it. There it is there. It's got two tabs that tab into the body. This plate is plastic, by the way. So let's pull this one out. It's on the side of the screw that I took out. So this is probably where the screw is. Let's hope. And there it is. Let's pull this out. We can pull this thing apart. Now I'm going to be drilling this pin out of the body, so I need to get everything out of the way. So I'm going to pull out the head and the head assembly that holds it all in there. There's a screw holding the head in. I don't think this has anything to do with the plate that it's in, but I'll pull it out anyway. Oh, it pulled right out. So I don't think that screw was in there. I'll screw that head back together, and I'll pull this. I'm going to pull this out too because I don't want this dangling back and forth while I'm trying to drill it. So there's a metal pin that holds that in. And there you go. Now the part that goes into the body, that you pull it in and out when you're transforming it, it was a little loose. So I took this clear enamel. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but I thought maybe I would thicken that shaft up a little bit. And I like enamel. It's thick and it's durable. So this is Humbrol enamel number 33. It's a clear enamel. We won't know if it worked until we put it together. So let's drill this out. So there it is, pretty much drilled out. See if it fits in there. It's a little tighter than I would like it to be. There's some more remnants of the metal peg in there, so just want to make sure I have the right peg. So the small one goes into the back plates, and the large one does go into the body. It's a little too tight for me. I don't want that to break again on a good one. Let's see if we can clean the remnants of some of that metal inside that. There, much better. It's not too tight, but it fits in without a lot of pressure. Next, we're going to make the second hinge that broke. taken the original hinge, and I need to make a mirror image of this because it's going on the other side. So I'm going to use it kind of as a template, and with some power tools we'll recreate a new one using this wrench. So just to let you know, when you're using power tools and metal, you should always wear gloves, because this Dremel, as it's cutting through, it will create a lot of friction and gets really hot. So gloves and tools to touch this stuff once you're done cutting. And of course, safety glasses. File the notch out. This is important. All the measurements need to be precise. So now I'm taking my ball peen hammer and I'm just making a mushroom on the edge on one side of the pins that I made. I don't want it to fall out. Do both pins, the large one and the small one. You'll notice that one pin comes out on one side and the other pin comes out on the other side. Gorilla Glue. Those look pretty good. Just need a little bit of paint. Black trim clad. That was pretty cool. I saw that a couple weeks ago down near Niagara Falls. So let's put it together. First I'm going to put in the head assembly. This is made out of plastic. I put the head back on, as you can see. Had nothing to do with the head plate or the head assembly, shoulder plate, whatever that is. Had no, that did not hold that in at all. So I'm going to be very gentle, put this in. There's a lot of tabs that everything fits into. I'm going to put the door on in the front. Get the legs in. The plates and the other side of the body. All that has to fit together in one shot. Let's try this out. There you go. Push that pin back in. Tails seem to work pretty good. I think it's good. I think everything's in. Heads is in. The front is in. Everything seems to work. All right, let's get those screws in now. We have 2 on the right side. Now, because this is metal, I'm not worried about over tightening these too much. We don't want to strip them, of course, but you know, it's pretty strong material that they used for these, so we just don't want to strip the screws. So we'll tighten those in nice and firm and keep everything tight. Now first we have to put the ratchet call them the ratchet washers or whatever. There's 2 pins that hold them together into the body. You got to line those pins up. There we go. They only go one way, so you can't put them in a weird configuration. So you put the spring on, then the leg on, and then screw those together. And you screw that in tight and it holds it in. Okay, let's do the other side. Ratchet ring, spring, leg, and then screw it in. If you can hear the fireworks in the background, well, that's happening around my house. Somebody close to us owns a fireworks business, so we get fireworks usually during the holidays and weekends in the summertime because they're always blasting them off in their backyard. So there's the figure. Completed. Fixed. Did it work? Let's see. And let's see if these hinges work. There you go. Nice fit. It's not perfect. I can feel a little resistance. I'm not going to force it because I don't want that gold plastic to break. And there's a little pin that holds these tail halves together. I'm not going to tab that in. I want to preserve this Dinobot. This is something I had in my childhood. I spent a lot of time fixing this. There was a lot of work involved in doing this video and this repair. Never really worked with metal too much. It was fun. I would probably do it again too. This is very satisfying. This is a fantastic figure, and it's pretty mint other than that hinge being broke, so I'm pretty happy with that. This was a really fun repair. You've been watching Toysbackzen. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below and let me know if you had this figure as a kid or if you have it now in your collection. Thanks. See ya.